Hey everyone, what's up? It's Lauren Carr with Just Veganin, where in each episode we try to look at a different aspect of the vegan lifestyle. And oh yes, I am here in Pennsylvania, hanging out with my puggle Berkeley. Mwah! And we want to know, can dogs be vegans? And hey, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe, because believe me, you do not want to be missing out on this pup-tastic goodness. So, it's time to address the ever-burning question, can dogs be vegans? Well, the answer is yes. And this is due to the fact that even though dogs do come from wolves, which are carnivores, so I think a lot of people would think that dogs are carnivores, but they're actually omnivores. So they can process plant-based and fruit nutrients, as well as, of course, animal proteins. Now, can dogs be vegan? Yes, but is it the most optimal, healthiest diet for them? I'd probably say no, or if you were gonna put your dog on a vegan diet, it really has to be closely monitored and watched, so you're really gonna need some professional help and advice for this. Now, there are some dogs, aren't there, Berkeley? There are some dogs that are allergic to animal proteins, therefore they do have to be put on a vegetarian or vegan diet. This one is allergic to beef actually, so she can't have that, but of course she could have chicken, turkey, and different things. But once again, always worth consulting with your vet first. Okay, so now Berkeley and I thought we'd do a little something fun, probably more fun for her than me because I probably won't be eating these dog treats, but there are plant-based dog treats you can get, and I created a link in the description below through my Amazon affiliate account where you could get all these different plant-based vegan dog treats, and I even threw a few dog foods in there. Obviously, if you use the dog foods, consult with the vet first. I keep saying it, but I just want to remind you guys. So we thought we'd do a little bit of a doggy treat taste testing. Does that sound good, Berks? Oh my God, look at the excitement on her face. Now you know how excited I get when I eat some vegan treats. So let's see what her response is. I'm gonna put her on the ground and we'll check it out. All right, we got about 4 different vegan dog treats. Let's see what Berkeley's reaction is. First off, we got the spinach and kale treat. Seems like she's definitely working her way through this one. And hey, this is really good because sometimes she just inhales certain things, and I think this is more of a chewy one for her. So she's able to take her time and really enjoy the flavor. Berkeley, let's try this one. So this one is a sweet potato, kind of, it's like a sweet potato knot. So this once again will, give her, she'll take her time in enjoying it. I think sometimes when she has dog biscuits, she's like, she inhales them, but this is, a little bit more of something for her to chew on. Look at that enthusiasm though. So next we have the rumble strip. Wow, she inhaled that one and is looking for more. So the last one for our taste test today is turmeric and chicory root. She is begging for it. I think this puggle is having no problems eating some vegan dog treats. I think she seems to quite enjoy it. All right, you guys, she's looking for more vegan dog treats. Berks, I think that's enough. Look at that face. The enthusiasm is real for her. We have kind of similar expressions when it comes to vegan food. Oh, Berks. I think, as you could tell, this dog is loving her vegan dog treats. So hey, you might be a vegan and you want to try to find some ways that at least you could reduce the amount of animal intake that your dog is getting, because they do get so many nutrients from plants and fruits and a lot of antioxidants as well. So I don't know, I thought I'd maybe give a few suggestions of possibly how to do this, because I think we have to remember, as vegans, It is our choice and our body's choice to be vegan, but we also have to listen to what the needs of our dogs are. And I think there are ways that we could cut down so we're not using so much animal product, but I personally think it does seem like they do kind of need it in their diet. And as I mentioned before, if they do have to go vegan due to health reasons, make sure it's closely monitored. But here's a few tips. So one of them I thought would be to feed your dog its animal-based meal, dinner or breakfast, whenever they choose to eat, and then making sure that maybe their doggy treats are plant-based. Another thing, if you really wanted them to eat less meat, perhaps talking to your vet about maybe putting them on a more of a vegetarian diet where they're at least getting egg-based protein and maybe some dairy-based protein. Though some dogs do have allergies to dairy, so, you know, once again, you're gonna need to consult about that. And also, if they are gonna eat animal-based product, just make sure it's maybe locally sourced so you're getting animals that are actually being treated a lot better than, you know, how we know some could be treated. And of course, if they do need to go on that vegan diet, consult with your vet. So, since we're on the topic of food, I thought I'd share with you 10 things dogs should not eat. Woo, 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 party up in here! So yes, we might enjoy alcohol, but let's be honest, it is not always good for humans, and it's definitely not good for dogs. They are so much smaller than us, and drinking alcohol, because I know, let's be honest, we've probably all seen that YouTube video of the dog that's gotten a little bit drunk, but it's not good for them, and it's not worth what it could cause for the laugh of the video. So basically, alcohol is not good for them. I think that's a no-brainer, but it could cause tremors, it could cause depression to the central nervous system, vomiting, diarrhea, so just keep those dogs out of the sauce, okay? And another thing that they shouldn't eat, and let's be honest, sometimes, I mean, depending who you're gonna kiss, maybe not every human should be eating this either, and that would be garlic and onions. And they shouldn't have them in powdered form, cooked form, dehydrated form, whatever form. It's not really good for them due to the fact that it kills red blood cells, causing anemia. So definitely something to steer clear of. I mean, maybe if they had a little bit, it's not so bad, but too much could actually be poisonous for them. So another thing to look out for would be dietary sweeteners such as xylitol, which could be found in gum, toothpaste, baked goods, candy. Oh my gosh, it could be everywhere. But definitely read the labels. And this is because this could cause an insulin increase, which could lead to hyperglycemia, low blood sugar, and liver failure. So it's definitely something to be aware of. But really, I mean, why should a dog be chewing gum? What? So I guess us being vegans out there, we don't really eat this one either, but dogs really should not have milk or dairy, and this is due to the fact that they don't produce lactase, which is the enzyme to break down milk and dairy. So even cheese isn't always a good one. Now I do know some people do use cheese as like a training tool for dogs, so not all dogs are sensitive to this. I have to admit, my dog loves cheese. Her stomach can handle it, but some dogs can't. So for some it causes like vomiting and diarrhea. So definitely something just to definitely be aware of. Grapes, we love our grapes. Hey, very good for humans, not so good for dogs. They can cause lethargy, depression, kidney failure, and they can even be fatal. So keep grapes and raisins away from dogs. But if you want to give them something healthy and that is filled with antioxidants, you could definitely go for blueberries. But you know what? Hey, more for me. Avocados! Hey, I have to admit, I love avocados, and I'm sure some of you do as well, but actually eaten in large amounts due to the fact that it contains something called persin in it, which is actually very fatal for dogs. So just keep these away from them. So the next one, actually, I didn't even know about, and it would be macadamia nuts. So these are moderately toxic, and they are suspected to interfere with the dog's nerve function, and even as few as 6 of these little bad boys can make a dog sick. Whoa! Caffeine rush! Hey, it might be kind of fun for humans, but it is very harmful for dogs due to the fact that it contains a chemical called methylxanthine. I'll put the correct spelling here, but which can be very harmful. It could cause panting, hyperactivity, excess urination, and dehydration. So definitely not a good thing. I mean, hey, I have to admit, I think sometimes my Puggle could use a little bit of a caffeine buzz because she's a little bit lazy, but no, not good for them. And I'm sure a lot of you know this one. Chocolate is bad for dogs, especially dark chocolate, because it contains something called theobromine, which could cause a lot of distress for dogs. And I actually think it can even be fatal. So I know this is a good treat for us. Don't give it to your dogs. And the last thing you need to watch out for is salt, which, let's be honest, could be found everywhere. But I think a lot of things that we like to share with our dogs would be like pretzels, crisps, popcorn. And little side note, popcorn, really watch out for because of the kernels, because you don't want your dog to crack their teeth on them or even choke on the kernels. But really, salt is not so great for them because, as I've mentioned before, dogs are omnivores, so they can eat vegetables as well as meat. But I think most dogs, unless they're on a vegan diet due to dietary needs or you're closely monitoring what they're eating on the vegan diet, most dogs do eat meat, which can be very, very salty. So that mixed with eating some of our human foods with a lot of salt, it could actually lead to salt poisoning. Now, I have to admit, sometimes I do feed my dog the occasional pretzel, but it is to just be aware of not to feed them too many salty human treats. So I hope you enjoyed finding out if dogs can be vegans or not. And hey, if you are going to make any changes to your dog's diet, please make sure you consult with the vet first. And hey, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Just Veganin.